Hey guys, today we're going to show you how to set up the quick draw rifle system on a Mystery Ranch Pop-Up 30 backpack. So in your order you should have received a Quick Cutie rifle adapter, adaptive backplate, quick lock system, and a stabilizing boot. So to get started, let's go ahead and open up the adaptive backplate box. In the box, you'll find a couple buckle straps, the back plate, or adaptive back plate, a center strap, two waist straps, 1-inch waist straps, and two load adjuster or shoulder straps, 3/4 inch. Let's go ahead and get the buckle straps set up on the adaptive back plate. So you're going to start and go through the top slot and back down through the bottom. Next, I'd run the strap through this tri-glide. Okay, let's do the other side. Up through the top slot, down through the bottom, and through the tri-glide. Okay, now that we've got those attached, let's go ahead and set that aside, and let's do the waist straps. These are 1-inch waist straps. So, if you can, I like to find a fixed point, like a solid point on these. Worst case, you can go around the belt itself, the hip belt. But if you can find a nice, stable, strong point to connect to, that's ideal. So let's go ahead and wrap around this section right here. Go ahead and cinch that down tight. Okay, let's do the other side. Go down through the top. Cinch that down. Okay, now let's do the top. So on this one, you could either go through these load adjuster. On this backpack, I do like to attach to this frame. So what I'd use is one of these straps. This is just one of the shoulder straps at 3/4 inch. And I would just go around this frame. Probably just pick either to the right or left side of this screw. Just run that. Cinch that down. Okay, cool. Okay, now that we've got the waist straps on and the top strap, let's go ahead and attach, let's go with the boot. Let's go ahead and add the boot, the stabilizing boot. So let's just grab our waist straps and kind of pull those toward you. And then let's open up the boot. Okay, you've got these tri-glides on these buckles. Just take your waist strap and just run it through. And then run that down towards the bottom. Same thing on the other side. Run that down. Okay, now that we've got our boot attached, let's go ahead and attach our quick lock system to the back plate. So one side you've got the release, the other side we've got the lock. So if you take your adaptive back plate, you'll find a couple rails here. So just slide that from the bottom. Sorry, it's nice tight fit. You'll hear that lock in to place. If you ever want to release it, you just pull this and then pull it down and you can take it off. But let's go ahead and put that back on, lock it into place. And let's go ahead and run this center strap. Let's see. Okay, you're always going to want to get this back plate up on the backpack as high as possible. That way it makes it easy for you to grab your rifle or bow without too much work on your shoulder. And the nice thing about having a strap-based system, you can always shift this on one side or the other if you have to, in order to make it easy to grab your equipment. Let's run this as high up to the top as we can, and then what we'll do is we'll run this strap back through this tri-glide, and that'll lock it up for us. That way it won't go anywhere. And then any additional webbing, I just tuck it behind the shoulder straps. There. So now that we've got the top on, let's go ahead and attach the bottom. So what you're going to do is take this waist strap and you're going to run it through the top of the buckle and then down through the bottom. Same thing on this side. Through the top slot, back down through the bottom. And then just tighten that down however tight you want. Okay, so this extra webbing from the waist strap, I would just run it through the boot tri-glide. There you go. Let's do the other side. Okay, now that we've got that on, let's go ahead and attach the shoulder clip from the lock. So we've built to accommodate, sorry guys, to accommodate a large variety of backpack straps. We did make this pretty strong plastic for more thin, but some backpacks have pretty thick straps. So we did put some strong plastic here. So in order to help, we put a spacer here. So go ahead and just pop that out. But I would keep that spacer. So in the future, if you take this off your pack, I would put that back in. So that way you can easily just slide this back on your shoulder strap. And then I would just maintain a little slack here. Okay. So now that we've got our back plate on and you can hear the lock working, you'll hear that. Let's go ahead and set up the rifle. So for your rifle, we've got this QD rifle adapter. It's a Velcro strap with an anti-slip lining. So that way, but this thing will go on pretty much every rifle, every AR platform, even semi-automatic shotguns. And so it's nice to be able to just quickly attach this to any gun you have. In this case, we will be using a traditional hunting rifle. So go ahead and we'll check that, make sure it's clear. Make sure to always check your firearms before doing any work on them. So in this case, this has a free floated barrel, so we want to maintain that. And then we've got our sling stud mount. So we'll be mounting to that today. You can either reattach your sling here, or you can use the clip that we provided. So you make the choice. So go ahead and just run this strap through this slot right here, just a little bit, and then loop that over the barrel, and then go ahead and cinch that down. So initially we'll go ahead and cinch that, fairly tight. That way our sling stud mount is easy to access, and you go ahead and slide this clip through. Okay, so now that that's locked on, we can go ahead and loosen this strap until you feel it not touch the barrel, and then go ahead and put that back. So now you got a free floated barrel, and then we have our adapter to go ahead and attach to the locking system. So in order to get the boot set up properly, I highly suggest, or the best method I like, is to take your backpack, move it to the edge of the table, go ahead, and you'll hear that lock in. So now the rifle's locked to the backpack. Then take your boot, slide that up, and then just tighten these straps down to where they're snug. You don't need to go too tight, just go snug to where it keeps the rifle from shifting around when you're hiking. Cool. So now that we're all locked in, you can see that the rifle's locked in and you're ready to go. And to take off the rifle, you just simply pull this release and it automatically takes your rifle right off. Let us know if you have any questions. I'm going to try to make as many videos as I can about different backpacks and manufacturers and what maybe I think is the best place to hook this on. But I get, if anybody has any suggestions or better advice than I do, please let me know. Hope you enjoy the system, and thank you for being a customer.